Okay, so today I'm going to make a quick video over Planet Eclipse's one of their Geo markers. It's the Geo2.1. It's their latest that they've released. And I'm just going to open it up, just like all the other videos, show you what's inside, and go over the gun just briefly. So obviously here's the packaging of the Geo2.1, same as Geo2, as all the other Planet Eclipse markers for the most part. And when you open it up, just like all the other Planet Eclipse markers, you're going to get this nice hard case. Obviously they're all different designs for the markers, but you're still getting the exact same case, pretty durable, probably take a pretty good beating, has everything you're going to need inside. And so we'll open it up here and real quickly what's inside. Alright, so here we have a little promotional advertisement. It has some of their other gear on it. Anywhere from pants, gloves, bottle covers, and protective gear, like sliding shorts, elbow pads, knee pads, pretty much whatever you're going to want on here. Also, like I always say, your owner's manual, nice thorough Planet Eclipse owner's manual. Has everything you need in it to learn how to take care of your gun and make it perform at the best levels. Just a few other things. Planet Eclipse barrel sock, as on all of them. Here we've got your small parts kit with all of your O-rings, some screws, a little bit of this and that just for the basic upkeep. You're also going to have your Planet Eclipse grease. This isn't like the other bottles where it just gives you like a bottle of oil. So there, and you have get out of here. You have your Allen key set. Nice little Allen key set that comes with all the Planet Eclipse guns. So we can put all that aside over here. Actually, we'll just put some of this back and talk a little bit about it. Also, you have your shaft 4 barrel kit right here, your 2-piece barrel. So we're gonna go over the Geo a little bit, talk about some of its new features. It is a .1 gun, so there's not gonna be too many new features, but there still will be some notable ones to talk about. And I think it's the Geo is probably I think it's personally the best gun that Planet Eclipse makes. And here's the Geo2.1. I believe this is the elemental color scheme. It's kind of like a forest green and kind of like a pearl color. It's a pretty nice look. So, very clean looking gun, very small, light. Let me get this out of the way. So we're just going to go over this briefly, what comes on it, what are the perks of it and whatnot, for it being, one of the better tournament level guns. Obviously, like I've been talking about in all the other videos that I've done for all of the newer Planet Eclipse guns, they all come with the Pops ASAs right here. Push, purge, on, off. We've talked about it before. Put it in, it purges, goes out, take a little sliding rail. And it's pretty simple, it's very easy to use, you're not screwing things on and off all the time. And that's mounted on the T-slot, little rail right here. So that's pretty sturdy, it's not going to move around you too much, get all like wobbly and loose. What else we got here? We also have this nice part about the SL3 reg that has this angled swivel on it, so your reg actually doesn't move around like all the other ones, it can twist around. This one's pretty much set in place. So it's like a little sturdier feel to the gun. Obviously, SL3 reg, like I said, my favorite part about it is I talk about it on the videos is how it can run on pretty much any tank, HP, LP, whatever you want. You're not gonna have to make any adjustments. It's really easy on your gun. So that's probably one of the better features in my opinion. Also, we'll talk a little bit about the insides of this Geo. Now, it has the Geo2 Popshaft assembly. Now, it's like a spring-loaded drive. It kind of helps your efficiency. You know, it kind of regulates the air that goes in and out, and you know how much air is wasted. And you know the bolt assembly, it's the GST bolt assembly. It's a very soft bolt, I guess you could say. It's pretty quiet, and it's a very smooth gun. You know, it's not like the Egos that are poppets, where the Egos are pretty loud, kind of have some recoil, and they kind of kick to them all over the place. This is going to be extremely smooth and very easy to like feel in your hands. It's going to be a nice shot, and it's toolless. So I already have this like loosened up a little bit here in the back cap. Let's twist it off and pull everything out. It takes a few spins, and it should be just about out. And there's this for the bolt, and get the other. There we go. There you go. Everything's out. So obviously there's the bolt and everything, and very light bolt. You know, it's pretty obvious to see why. You know, it would be such a quiet gun. You can see the bolt tip there, has a nice cup to it, and you know obviously it is a cure bolt, probably the best bolt you can buy right now in my opinion, especially obviously on the Planet Eclipse markers. It's just going to give you like probably the nicest shot you can have on a paintball marker, especially you know if you're a fan of the Planet Eclipse guns. So like I said, easy assembly and disassembly. Just put it right back in and just twist it back on. So we can also talk about the circuit board in this. It has a 2010 circuit board by Planet Eclipse in it, and it's pretty much all you're going to need. You really don't need many aftermarket boards for the Planet Eclipse guns. And you know, with the circuit board obviously comes the pretty big LCD screen on the back. Turn it on and off for you. There you go, it's on. And turn it off as well. Saving all your things. So that's always the nice part about it. This one's sunken in too. I remember I went over the E-Tech markers and one was like sunken in and one was kind of like protruding out a little bit. This one's like sunken in. It's rubber, has a nice feel to it. And another thing about the circuit board, like I said before, it's pretty much going to have everything you're going to need on it. It's going to have, you know, all of your settings, all of your, you know, rate of fire caps. You can adjust it to just about whatever you want. And everybody knows about the Planet Eclipse with their boards. You can have E-Portal, you know, it's like their firmware. You can plug it into your computer, into your PC, through a USB, and you can just go in and fine tune everything to like the exact specifications of whatever you want. Another physical change about the gun, I did talk about it on the Ego 11, is the wider frame, the reg space. We have a little more space near, not so much on the Ego, but just on this gun. But the frame itself, like you can tell, I don't know if you can really tell, but in the back of the frame, it does sit higher for like your rear hand placement. So you can see with my hands on this gun, you know, I'm pretty high up there. Like I'm at eye level of the, you know, of the barrel and of, you know, the actual body of the gun. So you're actually going to be able to get a little better feel for where you're shooting and how you're shooting, and you know, pretty much just how your gun's functioning in general, because at eye level it's going to be a little bit more of a balance. Other nice things, you get the DefTech feed neck. You know, it's a little bit offset. I think I talked about it in one of the last videos. It's offset just the slightest bit so the vertical ball drop doesn't make balls bounce or chop or anything. It kind of gives it something to kind of like ease into. And it's also a clamping feed neck. Has the brake beam eyes, 5-point adjustable trigger. You know, it's always nice. I think Planet Eclipse triggers are probably the nicest to work with. They all have a pretty strong, easy feel to them. But yeah, this is the Geo2.1 that doesn't have too many new bells and whistles, but what it does have is probably the best. And we're gonna run some reballs through it here in a minute or two and see how it shoots. All right, we got the Geo2.1 right here, elemental. Gonna run just about a full pod full of reballs through it. Not really sure how much air is left though. And that's the Geo.